Hello there, very good Friday afternoon to all our viewers. Well, you're tuned on to Lunchtime News with me, Joel Outsgun. We start off first with a look at the headline-making stories. 50 injured following a collision between two buses in Akurasa. Search operations continue to locate those trapped in the rubble following the building collapse in Vellavata yesterday. The girl who was critically injured in the shooting carried out by drug dealers in Piliyandala passes away. Heavy rains to lash the island today as well. Fishing community advised against setting out to sea. In our lead story in some tragic news this afternoon, 50 people have been injured following a collision between two buses along the Gaul Road in Akurasa. Police said that an SLTB bus and a private bus crashed onto each other this morning. The injured were admitted to the Akurasa hospital, following which 6 of those who were in critical condition were transferred to the Mathura General Hospital. Meanwhile, 2 other people died in a separate motor accident along the Badulla-Mahiyangania road. He said that the accident occurred when a van toppled down a 100-foot precipice. While 3 people were travelling in the vehicle at the time of the accident, 2 of them succumbed to their injuries. A correspondent said that the 3rd passenger, who is critically injured, is receiving treatment in the ICU of the Badulla General Hospital. And on the latest from the Vellavata building collapse, now search operations recommenced this morning at the site of the Vellavata building collapse. According to a reporter at the location, the members of the Sri Lanka Army as well as the police were seen engaging in rescue operations this morning. Our correspondent also noted that the relatives of several missing persons had also arrived at the location of the building collapse. 1 person died and 24 others suffered injuries when this building located in the Vellavata area collapsed yesterday. 15 of the injured were admitted to the Kalabowla Teaching Hospital, while 9 were admitted to the National Hospital in Colombo. 8 victims continue to receive treatment at the National Hospital, while a further 11 are receiving treatment at the Kalabowla Teaching Hospital. On a related note, the Urban Development Authority states that a special investigation is underway with regard to the building that collapsed yesterday in Vellavata. Now, Chairman of the UDA, Jagat Manusinghe, said that investigations will be carried out to determine if necessary permits and approval were obtained prior to the construction work carried out at the building site. Meanwhile, we shift your attention to some weather news this afternoon. Now, the Ministry of Disaster Management has warned the general public of the disasters that may occur owing to the inclement weather in the country. Subject Minister Andra Priyadarshana Yapa warned that an area should be immediately evacuated if it's found to prone to disasters. He said that steps will be taken to compensate those affected by natural disasters. We at Newsfirst spoke to Assistant Director of the Disaster Management Centre, Pradeep Kodipelle, for more on the matter.
As for the Meteorology Department, rain also been expected over many areas of Sri Lanka, and more than 100 millimeters rain been expected in many areas. So fishermen and naval communities been advised when they're using the sea areas around the country that strong winds could be expected over 60 to 70 kilometers per hour. And Disaster Management Center since in the morning and since yesterday evening continuously alerting the vulnerable communities. So one death been reported in Vellavata incident, and there are some small incidents being reported as tree falling in many areas of Sri Lanka since yesterday. And so there is one roadblock being notified in Kohilavatta area in Colombo district. So the heavy vehicles are advised not to be travelled in that crossing that particular Kohilavatta junction area. So it will be diverted to the several locations and the ground, and still all the disaster management units being completely deployed for all upcoming matters. And Colombo, then there are several incidents, roadblocks been reported yesterday as per the rain condition. Heavy rain conditions occurred since last evening. So but it has been rectified so far, and 117 call center number is completely open for all upcoming disaster management communication activities.
Still in weather-related news, this afternoon vehicular movement on the Ambatale-Thotalanga road has been restricted near Kodikawa-Valampitia after a section of the road caved in. The section of the road that collapsed is near the Kohilavatta cemetery, which is in close proximity to the Kalaniya river. Police said that as a result, vehicular movement has been restricted on the old Avisavila road and the Kohilavatta road from the Ambatale junction. Police request the public to use the old Colombo Avisavila road that runs through Kotavatta and Valampitia as an alternate route. On to more local news this afternoon. Now, today marks 8 years since the end of the war that ravaged the country for nearly 30 years. The National War Heroes commemoration ceremony will take place this evening under the auspices of President Maithripala Sirisena near the National War Heroes Memorial near Parliament grounds. As a result of a special traffic plan will be implemented in roads surrounding the Parliament grounds this evening.
According to police, the special traffic plan that will be in place until 7 p.m. today will see a number of roads being closed, with motor traffic on certain other roads being limited. The traffic plan will be in place on Parliament Road from the Pelavatta Junction to the Polduva Junction, the Japanese Friendship Road from the Kimbulavala Junction to the Palamtuna Junction through the Kianam roundabout will be closed during this time period. In addition, police headquarters say that a special traffic plan will be enforced from the Pelavatta Junction to Polduva Junction through the Kianam roundabout this evening. Police urge the public to use alternate routes during this time period.
The 11-year girl who was injured in a drive-by shooting at the group of anti-narcotics officers of the police in the Piliyandal area has passed away this morning. Now, Director of the National Hospital, Dr. Anil Jasinghe, told Newsfirst that the girl was transferred to the National Hospital from the Colombo South Teaching Hospital recently. He added that neurologists who looked into the condition knew that it would be a difficult task to save her life. The 11-year-old passed away this morning while receiving treatment at the intensive care unit of the National Hospital after fighting for her life for the past 10 days. On to more tragic news this afternoon. A wild elephant attack along the Palagala-Nagam road in Galkirigama-Dambula claimed the life of a 5-year-old girl and caused injuries to her sister and grandmother. Now, police said that the attack took place at around 7:30 this morning while the two children were being accompanied to their preschool. The victim is a 5-year-old girl, a resident of Palagala, while her 18-month-old sister and grandmother were critically injured. Meanwhile, area residents charged that their lives and property are at risk as a result of the continuous wild elephant attacks that strike the area. When News First made inquiries regarding the matter from the Galkiriyagama Wildlife Office, they said that an elephant crossing exists in close proximity to the Palagala Divisional Secretariat, which results in the frequent wild elephant attacks. Meanwhile, on to more local news this afternoon. Another edition of the News First classroom workshop is currently being held at the Madagama Central College in Polonnaruwa. This marks the 234th edition of the News First classroom workshop program, which aims to impact skills such as the use of modern media, leadership skills and personality building. A number of practical activities too will be executed during the workshop. Students will also have the opportunity to display their talents as well as their leadership skills during this workshop. First up in sports this afternoon, it's cricket. Now, Sri Lankan cricketer Chamara Kapugedera says that all members of the team are prepared to steer the nation towards victory at the upcoming ICC Champions Trophy. The ICC Champions Trophy 2017 is being jointly hosted by England and Wales, and will see Sri Lanka playing in Group B in the tournament. Sri Lanka's first encounter will be against the Proteas and will be played on the 3rd of June at the Kennington Oval grounds.